Well, hola. Audio's working this time. Just give me 1 second to hop over to the radar. I'm just wanting to comment on our videos. Okay, weather track. Make sure. Okay, there we go. Why is it not letting me comment on this one? You can't see I'm doing off screen, which is okay. Why is it doing that? iPad's bugging out here. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Okay, copied my description. Let's come back here, tilt my iPad again, and then Command V, enter. No, send that. Did it not pin it like I told it to? No, it did. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna leave up the YouTube feed so I can see. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, let's mute that over there so I'm not overly hearing myself, because I don't want to hear myself. I want to see this. Okay, so let me just do some clarification so you guys didn't hear last time. We're doing some new things with our live streams. What we are doing is, you may have noticed, we're not streaming to 2 Facebook platforms anymore. We're streaming to just 1. But we're also streaming to our new Weather Track Storm Team YouTube channel. So we're going to start utilizing a YouTube channel for our videos. So what I'm going to do after each live video concludes is, so this goes along with Facebook's new thing where they delete old past live videos after 30 days. Not a fan of that, because what if you want to revisit them down the road? Okay? So what I would have done, and I still was in that process, which I kind of gave up because I had done a lot of live videos. So I'm going to start posting back newer ones. So to make it easier on myself, what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to trim up and edit our current ones, privatize these streams, re-edit them, and then repost them back, and then copy that link and post it to our Facebook page, just to kind of make it things more simpler and more neater. and we'll probably occasionally post the now give me 1 second. You guys can look at radar for a second. Okay, I'm back. But anyway, so I forget where I was. What I was talking about. Oh yeah, so we're gonna also begin slightly utilizing this channel to even post weather video hits that I do back there at the key wall. Just to make things more cooler, so to speak. Anyway. Ooh. It is 88 degrees in this room right now. That is disgusting. Anyway. Let's look at the severe thunderstorm warning now that we came aboard here for. So as you can see, let's actually switch to the Pittsburgh. We are in the Pittsburgh radar, so let's switch to the Charleston radar. KRLX. Yeah, okay, so Charleston's picking up better. So this severe thunderstorm warning you see in this flashing box. In this flashing orange box. We can even tilt this radar so we can get a full look at the polygon box. Golly, I hate interruptions. Anyway, so it's going to be, if this storm is not weakened, let's see if we can look at velocity data. Okay, it's picking up on like 43-mile-an-hour wind gusts. What are they calling for it again? Just 60-mile-an-hour wind, so it's not really indicating on the severe warned winds. Not sure why they were. Well, they probably saw it and were like, oh, we got to issue that warning for that. Let's come back to reflectivity. So as you can see, let me move this up here kind of out of the way. But as you can see, so this storm is actually moving to the northeast. So the only counties in our effective area is here in Wetzel County. They're the only ones that are being affected by the storm. So, which is actually looks so the according to this radar, it's only affecting kind of the outskirts of Wetzel County. So this right here is the main part of the storm. It's not affecting the inner parts of Wetzel. It's moving this way, kind of almost away from Wetzel. So it's moving. Let's see what the National Weather Service says. Northeast at 40. So it's hauling. But let's come down here, because we got some more storms down here to the south, kind of towards Spencer, that does have a special weather statement on it, which this is a new radar system that we're using. It's not as quite nice as a Radar Omega, but it has some nicer features, which is why we're utilizing it. Like, I can see our radar kind of in a globy form, which is pretty cool. But let's... Oh, and check this out. So I'm on Charleston's radar, right? So if I come to our selected location, it will zoom it right in and not switch my radar source. Yeah, so this storm here is moving northeast at 45. So if we were to kind of act like we are tracking it out, so it's pretty much this wide. So I say it could be here by... So this is kind of the general potential motion. That it's moving. But this is not the only thing we're keeping a close eye on. Let me clear these. This is along a general line. Let's untilt the radar and then zoom it out a little bit. Now we can redraw. So this is a new kind of a line that's kind of marching off to the east. This batch right here will be here later this evening. So what we're seeing now, they're in Wetzel County and down towards Spencer. This is just the thunderstorms with the heat of the day. This batch will be here kind of later this afternoon, well, we're kind of in late afternoon. So it's going to be here early evening to late evening, but it could lose some strength before it gets to much of the region. So if you're not a fan of thunderstorms, you might hurt. Oh, there's a special weather statement on that one. Let me see if I can. Oh, let me unlock that so I can zoom in to see what this is about. Okay, so these storms here are moving to the east at 30 miles per hour. So what we can actually do is bring up Radar Omega, because this system does not have manual storm tracks probably as of yet, because it's still in early development. I don't know when WeatherWise came out, but let's... Okay, yeah, right here. Let's just bring it out all this way. And it's moving at 30 miles per hour, according to the... Let's see when it's going to affect some of our counties. So it's going to hit Middleburn at 8:05, West Union at 8:22. Spring Hill, not important. So this is going to cross Clarksburg and I-79 by 9:10. Lost Creek by 9:11. Let's see who else. Whitehall 9:22, Fairmont 9:26, Grafton 9:41, Philippine 943. If these hold together like they are. But they pick up steam, they'll probably be here earlier than that. Kind of the way things go. So, you know, this is kind of what we're looking at here in the terms of the storms. Now, I think they could probably... Oh. That's what I was say. I think they can let the severe thunderstorm warning go, but... Well... Maybe not. Maybe they can let it go, because it is almost exiting the polygon box. Because as you can see, the brunt of the storm is right here. Like the edge line of the actual thunderstorm itself. So it is about that far from exiting the warning box. So, it's kind of about what we got going on across the region right now. Not really anything much significant stuff like what's going on up in like the Wisconsin area right now. Like up there in Wisconsin, they are getting smacked. Because there's a tornado watch up there. Chicago has a severe thunderstorm watch. This is the newest one that just came out for, which is, it's not anywhere near us. But, yeah, lots of severe weather is going on up there and out west towards like Colorado and those areas out there. But I mean, we have a chance for some severe weather ourselves, which let's just take a look at today's severe outlook. What is this? Oh, that's tropical cyclone information. Okay, so here's our severe weather outlook for today. And as you can see, we have pretty much in our whole state the marginal risk, while up here has a slight risk. And they're starting to backpedal back here because the storms have already moved through there. So everything's kind of shifting. But let's look at tomorrow. You can say for tomorrow, our state is still in the marginal risk. But for day 3, which would be Friday, we just had the general risk. So, like, nothing severe for our area on Friday. But note that we still do have the chance at some, like, thunderstormy activity to come rolling through on the day on Friday. So, let's keep that in the back of your mind. So, since this storm is actually on the outskirts of, looks like something is developing on the inner parts, on the outside part of the warning. You guys see that right here? Let's look at velocity again. Bring on our little tiny tool. Yeah, 42-mile-an-hour wind. So the winds are not... Ooh, it just updated again. Still, I'm not seeing anything too impressive beyond like 47-mile-an-hour wind gusts inside of this warning. Or even on the outside, it's like 32-mile-an-hour winds on the outside of the warning box. And our correlation coefficient, nothing. Let's just see how much rain has fallen within this storm. 1 hour precip amounts. Not much. Ooh. Almost 2 inches of rain have fallen down here in a county out of Ohio. So those rain rates continue. They're probably going to want to potentially issue a flash flood warning for out there. That's outside of our viewing area, so I'm not too overly concerned about that. So the storm is continuing to kind of march out of Wetzel County and into, I think that's Ohio, Marshall, and Hancock. One way to find out. Let's look. Ah, I'm wrong. This is Marshall, this is Ohio, and this is Hancock. That was close. Just had two of them in reverse order. But, so since this is pretty much all we have going on, and nothing too significant to report, I think we can go ahead and conclude our coverage in this live video. And if something would happen to pop up and be really powerful, we will come back on and do another live video. But otherwise, I think we can pretty much go ahead and conclude this live coverage of this right now. So otherwise, until we see each other again, I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. And stay weather aware, because these storms, there are a lot of storms still out there on radar. Like, let's get one last look at our regional radar. And as you can see, we're still keeping an eye on this storm here, and this line of storms out towards the west. They're continuing to march off to the east. So anyways, until we see each other again, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening, and stay weather aware, especially if you're out taking a late night swim or whatever your evening plans are. I don't know. Anyways, you have a good rest of your evening, and stay safe. Have a good one.